Hi, my name is Erwin. I'm very excited to come to you today on behalf of a new organization called United Shareholders. United Shareholders is a 501c3 nonprofit. And the reasoning and the purpose for United Shareholders is to empower you, the individual investor, to make your voice heard in corporate boardrooms across this country. Now, before you say, gee, I'm not an investor, we actually think millions of you are, and we think that millions of people that will be watching this video will resonate with you as soon as I say this. We know that out of every paycheck, millions of Americans defer money into a 401k. Millions of teachers out of every paycheck defer money into a 403b. Millions of government employees defer money into a 401a or a 457. And millions more government employees of those same government employees are also beneficiaries of large pension plans. If you're a government employee in California, you're a beneficiary of CalPERS, which is the largest pension fund in the country. CalPERS has over $350 billion of assets, which at any given time about 47 to 52% are invested in stocks. So if you're a beneficiary of a public employee pension, by default you're an investor. We know as we think about 401ks or IRAs or any other savings plans that millions of Americans use, in those accounts the largest single investment held in this country is an index fund mirroring the Standard & Poor's 500, which means that millions of Americans have as their primary investment ownership in the 500 largest companies in this country, which means that we all, for those of us that hold index investments, we have an interest in all of those companies. Now, oftentimes you may not think about that, and you've probably never read a proxy regarding any of those companies, but I'll bet you do think about it when you get the morning news, however you get it, in an old-fashioned newspaper, online, or wherever, and you see that some CEO last year made $25 million, and you're thinking to yourself, well, gee, that's not fair. Or you see another headline that says the CEO made 300 times the average employee's wage, and you're thinking that's not fair, but what could I ever do about it? Well, what we're going to do, and our reason for being, and the reason behind United Shareholders, is to bring the information to you in an accessible way that allows you to see who the individuals are that are making these decisions. Because keep in mind that even at the S&P 500 level, even America's largest corporations, it's not uncommon for a board not to be made up of more than 12 to 14 people, and oftentimes a compensation committee is only made up of about 3 or 4 people. And those compensation committees, oftentimes in conjunction with a compensation consultant, are making these compensation decisions. But guess what? You're not in the room. We are going to help to put you in the room, and we're going to make sure that they understand who you are. Again, we want to present this idea of today of you being an investor. Our purpose is to empower you. We're going to be creating a series of videos, and we hope to keep them all relatively brief so that you stay engaged with our message and continue to watch and listen. But we need your help. We want to empower you, and we want you to be engaged, and we want you to begin to remind these folks, because when we look at who the largest institutional shareholders are, they're Fidelity and Vanguard and BlackRock and American funds. And we know that that means millions of you, through these investments that you're making in your retirement accounts, whether 401k, 401a, 457 plans, 403bs, etc., makes you an investor and therefore the owners of America's corporations. We're going to need your support at United Shareholders. We hope you'll go to our website, and we hope you'll continue to engage with us and allow us to work with you, to empower you, and also to make the leaders of America's corporations aware that we, the owners, meaning all of us, you and me, are paying attention to what they're doing. Because oftentimes when these decisions get made, we're not in the room, and they may not be thinking about us, but we're going to remind them that we're here. So thanks for your time. UnitedShareholders.com. Please consider making a donation. Help us help you. Thank you.